Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game, man. Like I said, man, you know what? When you look and see what's going on with boxing, like I said, you just get disgusted. You just be like, man, are you kidding me? But at the end of the day, this is why I haven't really been talking boxing, the way I used to, because to a certain degree, you kind of losing it because everybody is playing games and shit, and everybody is just lying and not keeping it 100. Like, what just came out of Bob Arum's mouth in regards to Devin Haney is just absurd. Saying, well, he not willing to make the Devin Haney versus Tiafimo fight because, well, Devin Haney isn't a draw and blah, blah, blah. Well, how would you know whether Devin Haney is a draw? And let's be honest, where is it that Tiafimo is a draw? You know what I'm saying? For real. It's always an excuse why you can't get certain fights made. Is you always hear this stuff about, well, he isn't a big enough draw and all this kind of stuff. So uh well, for the most part, you can't even have a fight with live spectators for the most part, except in certain states. In the states that could be critical to seeing, whether you can be a draw, Nevada, Los Angeles, or should I say California and New York, well, they haven't really had any live events. So how is that? But at the end of the day, all this come down to is, promoters, trying to devalue, fighters. And I guess a lot of people see something in Devin Haney that like may bother them as far as matching him up with certain opponents. I just don't understand. If Devin Haney is an easy fight, like I keep saying, I've been saying this for the longest about guys like Crawford. You know, if Devin Haney is such an easy fight for this guy and that dude, well, why don't you make the fight? It's always excuses behind certain fights not get made. And you just want to see the best young fighters fighting each other or the best fights being made, and nobody wants to give that to you. You got the powers that be that really don't want to make Bud versus Errol Spence. Then you got the powers that be don't want to make Canelo versus Jamal Charlo. Then you got the powers that be don't want to make Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. It's just fucked up what's going on in boxing. So like I said before, that don't make sense, Bob. How the hell is Devin Haney not a draw when, well, for the most part, Teofimo Lopez last fight didn't have any live spectators. I guess you forgot about that. But this is some of the shit that like pissed me off about Bob Arum because he been doing this for years. And like I say, all these promoters play these type of games about people not being a big enough draw and all this type of shit just to avoid, certain fights. Because now what they want to do is promote the whole miffed up, undefeated, makes you good. And like I said, everybody is trying to take the Floyd Mayweather formula and the Floyd Mayweather path to fame and fortune and stardom, you know. But like I said before, they ain't fought the type of dudes that Floyd fought to get where Floyd is. Or, whatever. But they need to do it. And at the young age, certain fights need to be made so we can see how good these young lions is, these young cats is. And I ain't gonna say well, yeah, they are young lions, cause they be lying about why they can't make certain fights. So I should say that. Let me rephrase that. They're young liars. But yeah, man. Yeah, Bob at it again. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.